All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into something that is, no joke, one of the most critical parts of YouTube's success, the thumbnail. We're going to break down exactly how you can use AI to make visuals that don't just look pretty, they actually get people to click. And that right there, that really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? A great thumbnail is literally the difference between a video that takes off and one that just disappears into the algorithm's abyss. So our goal today is super simple. I want to give you the know-how and the AI tools to turn every single one of your thumbnails into an absolute, bona fide scroll stopper. Okay, so here's the game plan for today. First, we'll cover why thumbnails are everything. Then we'll dissect what makes a thumbnail go viral. After that, we're meeting our AI assistants, putting them head-to-head, and I'll give you a high CTR playbook you can use right away. And of course, we'll wrap it all up with my final tool recommendation for you. All right, let's just get right to the hard truth, shall we? You could have the most amazing, life-changing content ever made, but if nobody clicks on it, it means absolutely nothing. Your thumbnail? That's the gatekeeper. It's the first impression, and you only get one. That's it. 0.3 seconds. I mean, that is less time than it takes to blink. And in that tiny, tiny window, someone decides, do I click or do I keep scrolling? A bad thumbnail, honestly, just makes your video completely invisible, no matter how many hours you poured into it. It is, without a doubt, the single most important piece of marketing for your content. And if you need proof, here's the metric that matters most. It's called click-through rate, or CTR. You can think of CTR as basically YouTube's language for, hey, people really want to watch this thing. A high CTR signals to the algorithm that your content is grabbing attention. And guess what happens then? It starts showing it to more and more and more people. It's literally the engine that powers viral growth. So you might be asking, what's a good CTR then? Well, as you can see here, it's kind of a moving target. When you're a smaller channel, the algorithm is cool with a lower CTR. But as your channel gets bigger, YouTube expects more. The bar gets higher. The takeaway here is crystal clear. Your thumbnail game has to get better and better. It's not just a nice-to-have skill, it's absolutely essential for your survival and growth. And just to be super clear, we are not talking about small 1 or 2% bumps here. A single, really killer thumbnail can boost your CTR by as much as 50%. I mean, just stop and think about that for a second. 50% more views, without the algorithm showing it to even one more person. All of that just because you nailed that one little image. Okay, so what is the secret sauce? What actually makes a thumbnail pop? Believe it or not, it isn't magic. It's pretty much a science. So let's break down the core principles that get people clicking and, more importantly, how AI can help us totally nail them. All right, these are basically the 6 commandments of a great thumbnail. You need high contrast, so it jumps off the page. You need faces with real emotion to create a connection. The text has to be super minimal and easy to read. The rule of thirds just makes it look good. And a clear focus means people know what it's about instantly. But that last one, the visual curiosity gap, oh, that's the pro move. This is all about creating a question in the viewer's mind. Like showing a before but hiding the after, or showing someone's shocked reaction to something that's just off screen. It makes people have to click to get the answer. It's so powerful. Now, let's zoom in on one of the most powerful tricks in the book, faces. I mean, the data on this is just undeniable. Thumbnails that have expressive human faces get about 30% more clicks. It's just how we're wired. Our brains automatically lock onto emotion, so a look of shock or surprise or pure joy, it's like an irresistible magnet for your eyes. And this right here is where AI is a complete game changer, because you can generate the exact perfect expression you need on demand. Text is where I see so many creators mess up. You have to remember, most people are going to see your thumbnail on a phone where it's tiny. So the rule here is super, super simple. 3 to 5 words, max. And those words need to be big, bold, and have tons of contrast. If someone has to squint even a little bit to read it, you've already lost them. They're gone. So you're probably thinking, how am I supposed to do all this if I'm not a graphic design genius? Well, that, my friend, is where AI swoops in to save the day. We're about to look at the absolute top-tier tools that can cook up stunning visuals and give you a huge creative edge. So yeah, there are a bunch of major players out there. And while there are some amazing options we could talk about, like DALL-E 3, we're really going to focus our deep dive today on the big ones that offer really distinct advantages for different kinds of creators. We're talking Canva AI, Midjourney, Adobe Firefly, and Leonardo.ai. Okay, first up, Canva AI. I like to think of this as the ultimate all-in-one package. You get this huge library of templates, a super easy-to-use editor, and it's all baked in with a pretty darn good AI image generator. So if you want to go from a blank screen to a totally finished pro-looking thumbnail in just a few minutes, this is the one. It's absolutely perfect for beginners or really anyone who just wants to be fast and efficient. All right, next up we have Midjourney. Let's be real, this is the undisputed king when it comes to quality. The images this thing spits out are just breathtaking. We're talking a level of artistic detail that other tools just can't touch right now. But all that power, it comes at a cost. It has a really steep learning curve, you have to use it inside the Discord chat app, which is kind of weird, and it can't generate text at all. This is the tool for the artists, the perfectionists, the creators who are willing to put in the work to get something visually perfect. Now, for anyone out there who's on a budget, listen up. Leonardo.ai is a total game changer. It has, by far, the most generous free plan I've ever seen. They give you daily credits that let you generate dozens and dozens of high-quality images. Now, the free images do have a little watermark, but seriously, it's the absolute best way to jump in and start playing with powerful AI image generation without spending a dime. Okay, so we've met the contenders. Now, let's do the fun part. Let's put them head to head. This is where you'll really be able to see which one of these tools lines up with your workflow, your budget, and what you're trying to create. This chart really breaks it all down for you. Look, if you want something that's just dead simple and fast, Canva AI is your winner, hands down. If you're an artist who demands the absolute best image quality and you don't mind a challenge, you're going to want Midjourney. For the pros who are already in the Adobe world and need images that are safe to use for commercial projects, Firefly's the no-brainer. And, like we said, if you're just starting out or watching your wallet, Leonardo.ai gives you an insane amount of power for free. Okay, so knowing about the tools is one thing, but actually using them the right way is a whole other story. So let's build out a super simple, repeatable workflow that takes the best parts of AI and combines it with those core design principles we talked about earlier. This right here, this is the pro workflow, and it's just 4 simple steps. Step 1. Use your favorite AI tool to generate an awesome, unique background image. Let AI do the heavy lifting. Then step 2, download that image. Step 3, you bring it into an editor like Canva or Photoshop. And finally, step 4, you add your big, bold, high-contrast text yourself. This hybrid approach, that's the secret. You get all the speed and creativity of AI, but you keep total human control over the most important part, the text the people actually read. And here's a little cheat sheet for you. Your do's and don'ts. Always, always do use high contrast colors, clear faces with emotion, and just a few big readable words. Now, the don'ts are maybe even more important. Don't clutter it up with too many things. Don't ever use copyrighted logos or characters. That's just asking for trouble. And please, for the love of all that is holy, don't make your text unreadable on a phone. Triple check it, because that's where almost everyone is going to see it first. Whew, okay, we have covered a lot of ground. So now it's time to bring it all home. Let's wrap this up with a final, crystal clear recommendation that's tailored specifically to where you are right now on your journey. So here it is, the bottom line. If you're a beginner or you just want a workflow that is fast and simple, your answer is Canva AI. It is, without a doubt, the quickest path to a great-looking thumbnail. Now, if you're a pro and you demand the absolute highest visual quality and you're not afraid to invest some time to learn, the Midjourney is your powerhouse. And of course, for anyone already deep in the Adobe world, Adobe Firefly is the way to go for that seamless integration and peace of mind with commercially safe images. Look, the tech to create these incredible high CTR thumbnails, it's here, and it's more accessible than it has ever been. So really, there's only one question left to ask yourself. Which one of these amazing tools are you going to use to stop the scroll and make your next video totally impossible to ignore?